Welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will take a look back at some of the famous Hollywood stars who not only conquered the big screen, but also bravely faced a silent battle. These stars left a lasting impact on the public and became a major source of inspiration for the LGBTQ+ community, but they were also not spared from the brutal attack of the AIDS epidemic during the 1980s and 1990s. The stories of legends like Rock Hudson, Brad Davis, Liberace, and Pedro Zamora will not only shed light on their careers and legacies, but also serve as an essential part of the fight against HIV/AIDS stigma. Stay tuned to the video to learn more about these stars and their impact on the entertainment industry, the LGBTQ+ community, and society as a whole. Freddie Mercury wasn't just a rock star, he was a force of nature. As the electrifying frontman of Queen, he commanded the stage with unparalleled charisma, a breathtaking 4-octave vocal range, and an energy that left audiences spellbound. Born Farrokh Bulsara in Zanzibar, his rise to global fame was as extraordinary as the music he created, cementing his legacy as one of the most iconic performers in history. Though Mercury was famously private about his personal life, those closest to him knew of his deep connections, his unwavering bond with Mary Austin, whom he called his true love, and his later relationship with Jim Hutton, who remained by his side until his final days. In 1987, Freddie Mercury was diagnosed with HIV, a reality he chose to keep private. Undeterred, he continued creating music with unyielding passion, pushing himself even as his health declined. He poured his soul into Innuendo, Queen's final album released during his lifetime, leaving behind some of his most poignant work. His last on-screen appearance in These Are the Days of Our Lives captured a frail yet mesmerizing presence, an unspoken farewell to the world. On November 23, 1991, Mercury publicly confirmed his AIDS diagnosis, and just one day later, he passed away at the age of 45, leaving millions in mourning. Though his loss was immeasurable, his music and influence remain timeless. In his honor, the Mercury Phoenix Trust was founded to continue the fight against AIDS, ensuring that his legacy transcends the stage and makes a lasting impact on the world. Anthony Perkins was the son of stage and film actor Osgood Perkins, and it seemed he was destined for Hollywood. His career quickly took off, earning him an Oscar nomination for Friendly Persuasion and even landing a song on the charts with Moonlight Swim. However, it was Psycho that changed everything, making him a star, but also permanently linking him to the character of Norman Bates throughout his career. In real life, Perkins struggled with his sexual orientation during a time when being openly gay could end a career. He had a discreet relationship with actor Tab Hunter in the 1950s, but like many Hollywood stars of that era, he was forced to participate in fake dates to maintain his public image. In the 1970s, he underwent therapy in an attempt to change his attraction to men. In 1973, he married photographer Barry Berenson, with whom he had 2 sons. Although their marriage was said to be happy, his friends believed he never fully reconciled with himself. In the late 1980s, Perkins was diagnosed with HIV, information he did not receive from his doctor, but rather from an article in National Enquirer. He kept his illness a secret and continued working until his final days. On September 12, 1992, he passed away from AIDS-related pneumonia at the age of 60. Paul Shenar was an actor who could capture attention with just one glance. He earned a reputation as a versatile actor, effortlessly transitioning between stage, film, and television. Whether playing the villain Alejandro Sosa in Scarface or appearing in classic TV series like The Wild Wild West, his deep voice and commanding presence made each role unforgettable. Shenar's career began on the stage, where he was a founding member of the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco, honing his craft and earning admiration for his powerful performances. His transition into Hollywood was seamless, with his charm and powerful delivery making him a top choice for both leading and villainous roles. However, despite his prominence on screen, Shenar was very private about his personal life. There were rumors of a 5-year relationship with actor Jeremy Brett, famous for playing Sherlock Holmes, but in an era when being openly gay could ruin a career, relationships like this were often kept secret. In 1989, Shenar's life was tragically cut short when he died from complications related to AIDS at the age of 53. Although he passed too soon, his legacy lives on through the unforgettable characters he portrayed, proving that true talent never fades. Rudolf Nureyev was not only a great dancer but also a symbol of revolution in the arts. Born on a train crossing Siberia in 1938, his journey from a poor boy in the Soviet Union to international fame was as dramatic as his captivating performances. Growing up in difficult conditions, Nureyev quickly displayed exceptional talent and was accepted into the Vaganova Academy in Leningrad. However, the pivotal moment in his career came when he defected to the West in 1961 while performing with the Kirov Ballet in Paris. This event caused a massive stir during the Cold War era. Since moving to the West, Nureyev continued to achieve success, becoming a legend in the world of ballet, especially through his collaborations with Dame Margot Fonteyn in famous ballets such as Romeo and Juliet and Swan Lake. Nureyev not only redefined ballet but also changed the role of male dancers, demanding more powerful and dynamic performances. He publicly embraced his identity in the 1980s and became the ballet director of the Paris Opera Ballet in 1983, where he continued to bring innovation. Despite his declining health, he kept working until the end of his life. Nureyev passed away on January 6, 1993, at the age of 54 due to complications related to AIDS, leaving an immortal legacy in the world of ballet. Rock Hudson was the epitome of a Hollywood star, handsome, charming, and easily capturing the hearts of audiences. He rose to fame in the 1950s with films like Magnificent Obsession and Giant, earning an Oscar nomination. With his captivating presence and all-American good looks, he became one of the biggest stars of his era. However, behind the scenes, Hudson led a life that sometimes contrasted with the image he had created on screen. Forced to hide his true self in an era where being openly gay could ruin a career, his 1955 marriage to Phyllis Gates was later revealed to be a publicity stunt designed to quell rumors. Although his sexuality was an open secret in Hollywood, by the 1980s, Hudson successfully transitioned to television, starring in Macmillan and Wife. However, in 1984, his health began to decline, and he was diagnosed with HIV, a disease still heavily stigmatized at the time. Initially, he kept his condition private, but when his frail appearance at a Dynasty Press event raised suspicions, he made history on July 25, 1985, by publicly confirming that he had AIDS, becoming the first major celebrity to openly acknowledge the disease. His announcement shattered misconceptions and brought a familiar face to the epidemic, sparking a wave of awareness about the disease. Hudson passed away on October 2, 1985, at the age of 59, but his impact extended beyond his death. This event changed the public's perception of AIDS, forcing the entertainment industry and the world to confront the crisis seriously. Tom Villard was an American actor celebrated for his charm, wit, and the warmth he brought to every role. Born on November 19, 1953, in Madison, Wisconsin, he carved out a career spanning both television and film, earning recognition for his unique comedic style and heartfelt performances. One of his most memorable roles came in the 1989 comedy Heartbreak Hotel, where his eccentric yet lovable character highlighted his ability to make even the quirkiest roles feel endearing. Villard's versatility shone across a variety of projects, from TV shows like We Got It Made to films like One More Saturday Night, leaving behind a legacy of humor and sincerity that resonated with audiences. In the 1980s and 1990s, Villard became a beloved figure, especially within the LGBTQ+ community, as one of the few openly gay actors in Hollywood at the time. His openness about his sexuality was particularly significant in an era when the film industry was less accepting of openly LGBTQ+ characters. Villard was also an active advocate for HIV/AIDS awareness, as he was diagnosed with HIV in the late 1980s and lived with the disease until his death in 1994. He passed away on November 14, 1994, at the age of 40, due to complications related to AIDS. His death was a great loss to the entertainment community, especially to those who admired his courage, both in his acting career and in advocating for important issues. Tom Villard's legacy lives on through his performances, his activism, and the path he paved for LGBTQ+ representation in Hollywood. If you want to explore this journey with me, please leave a number 1 and watch this video until the end. Exciting things are waiting for you in the video. Denholm Elliott, one of the most talented and respected actors in British cinema, dedicated his life to the film industry, with over 125 films and television programs throughout his career. With his ability to portray a wide range of characters and his subtlety in each role, he became an icon in the entertainment world. Despite 2 marriages, Denholm kept his private life well guarded, especially regarding his sexuality, which only a few knew about. In 1992, after a battle with HIV, Denholm Elliott passed away from AIDS-related complications at the age of 65. His death on the island of Ibiza, Spain, was a great loss not only to cinema but to the arts in general. Although his life ended too soon, the legacy he left in acting endures, with memorable roles in both classic films and modern works. Denholm Elliott was not only a talented actor, but also a role model of strength and perseverance. His life was a journey filled with challenges, which he faced quietly yet courageously. His persistence in fighting HIV/AIDS reflected his strong determination, a clear testament to his resilience and spirit to overcome adversity. Denholm Elliott's legacy will always be remembered by film lovers as a symbol of courage and passion. Robert Reed is best known for his role as Mike Brady, the wise and loving father in the Brady Bunch. But his real life was far more complicated than the perfect family portrayed on screen. His path to fame was filled with both personal and professional challenges. Reed's acting career began on stage before he found success in Hollywood, ultimately landing the role that made him a household name and the beloved father figure on TV. However, he struggled with his own identity. In 1954, he married Marilyn Rosenberger, and they had a daughter named Karen, but the marriage ended after 5 years. During that time, Reed confided in his wife about his sexuality, but in an era when Hollywood did not accept LGBT+ actors, he kept this a secret, fearing it would ruin his career. In 1991, Reed was diagnosed with colon cancer, but later medical records revealed that he was also living with HIV, a fact that was only made public after his death. On May 12, 1992, at the age of 59, he passed away from colon cancer. While the official cause of death was cancer, complications related to HIV are believed to have contributed to his passing. His death sparked conversations about the stigma faced by LGBT+ actors in Hollywood, especially during a time when many felt forced to live in secrecy. Roy Cohn, a renowned and controversial American lawyer, lived a life full of turbulence and intrigue. He was disbarred for unethical conduct after attempting to manipulate a dying client to seize their assets. Throughout his career, Cohn became a powerful advisor to influential figures such as Donald Trump and Rupert Murdoch. Despite numerous rumors and speculation about his sexuality and his HIV diagnosis in 1984, Cohn never publicly acknowledged or addressed these aspects of his personal life. His life and career left a complicated and contentious legacy, continuing to fuel debates. Instead of revealing the truth, Roy Cohn claimed he had liver disease until his death in 1986. His passing was not only the loss of a prominent figure in the legal and political fields, but also symbolized the complex and contradictory story of his life, marked by power, influence, and hidden personal secrets. Cohn's life illustrates how success and scandal can be intertwined, creating a legacy that is both celebrated and deeply controversial. Brad Davis was an unforgettable actor, intense, bold, and impossible to forget. He grew up in a turbulent family, with an alcoholic father and divorced parents. Despite the hardships, Davis found an escape through acting, moving to New York as a teenager to study at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. His breakout role came in 1978 with Midnight Express, where he delivered a memorable performance as Billy Hayes, an American student imprisoned in Turkey. This role earned him a Golden Globe and launched him into fame. Davis became known for his bold choices and complex characters, including his role in Quell, a film portraying a sailor exploring his sexuality, a project that solidified his status as a gay icon. Although he was in a long-term marriage with Susan Blinn and had a daughter in 1985, Davis was diagnosed with HIV in 1985, a fact he kept secret for 6 years, fearing the stigma associated with the disease. He continued to work while undergoing experimental treatments, but as his health deteriorated, he made a controversial decision. On September 8, 1991, at the age of 41, he passed away. A decision his wife later revealed was made to spare the family from witnessing his decline. After his death, Bluestein published After Midnight, The Life and Death of Brad Davis, shedding light on his struggles with addiction, the pressures of Hollywood, and his battle against a disease that claimed the lives of so many. Liberace was not only a talented pianist, but also a phenomenon in the entertainment world. With his sparkling outfits full of jewels, grand performances, and his dazzling piano, He turned classical music into an event that attracted millions of audiences. Liberace was dubbed Mr. Showmanship for his unique performance style and the allure of his extravagant appearance. Despite his flamboyant style, he consistently denied being gay throughout his life. When the press addressed this matter, he did not hesitate to take legal action, most notably suing the Daily Mirror in 1956, winning the case and asserting that he was not such a person. However, behind the scenes, his private life told a different story. Liberace lived for many years with Scott Thorson, his chauffeur and lover, until their relationship ended with a public lawsuit in 1982. In the 1980s, when the AIDS epidemic spread, his health deteriorated significantly. Despite this, Liberace claimed that he was simply following a watermelon diet. His final performance at Radio City Music Hall in November 1986 marked the end of an era. On February 4, 1987, Liberace passed away at his home in Palm Springs. Initially, the doctor confirmed that he died of heart failure, but an autopsy later revealed that he died from pneumonia caused by AIDS. Although he passed away, Liberace's legacy lives on, a testament to the magic he brought to the stage and the secrets he took with him. Pedro Zamora was a symbol of courage, resilience, and self-expression. He was one of the pioneers in openly declaring his sexual orientation, becoming openly gay at a young age, and receiving strong support from his family throughout his journey in advocating for the rights of the LGBTQ+ community. At the age of 17, Pedro faced the harsh challenge of being diagnosed with HIV. However, instead of succumbing to despair, he chose to turn his life into a tool for educating the community and raising awareness about HIV/AIDS. Throughout the remaining years of his life, Pedro continuously shared his personal story, participated in campaigns, and worked to dispel misconceptions about the disease. Zamora was not only a powerful symbol for the LGBTQ+ community, but also an influential educator, especially in reducing stigma and misinformation about HIV/AIDS. His story has inspired many, especially those facing the disease. In 1994, after a long battle with advanced lymphoma, Pedro passed away at the age of 22. Although he left us too soon, his legacy lives on in the hearts of those he touched. President Bill Clinton acknowledged Pedro's significant contributions to raising awareness about HIV/AIDS, recognizing his tireless efforts to change the lives of the community. Pedro Zamora was not only a model of resilience, but also a powerful source of inspiration for millions, empowering those battling the disease and continuing to spark belief in the power of love and acceptance. Howard Ashman was a talented songwriter and storyteller who had a profound influence on the creation of Disney's legendary animated films. From a young age, he showed a passion for musical theater and the performing arts, beginning to write and direct plays at a very early age. Before joining Disney, Ashman was already well known on Broadway with the musical Little Shop of Horrors, where he collaborated with composer Alan Menken, forming a golden duo in the music industry. During the production of Beauty and the Beast, Ashman was diagnosed with AIDS, but he did not give up on his work. Despite his declining health, he continued to create, conveying powerful messages through songs, such as in The Mob Song, which reflects society's fear of what it doesn't understand. Ashman's final project was Aladdin, where he contributed to creating famous songs like Arabian Nights and Friend Like Me. Although he passed away on March 14, 1991, At the age of 40, the legacy that Howard Ashman left behind lives on in the hearts of his fans. His songs and stories continue to make a strong impact, affirming his incredible talent and significant contributions to the music and film industries. Steve Rubell, known for his creativity and free-spirited lifestyle, was one of the standout figures at Studio 54 in New York, the legendary nightclub where the culture of the 1970s and early 1980s reached its peak. As one of the founders and managers of Studio 54, Rubell turned the club into a symbol of luxury and entertainment, attracting celebrities and the wealthy, creating a space that was never lacking in excitement. Studio 54 was not just a nightclub, it was a place of joy and freedom, where everyone could immerse themselves in the incredible atmosphere Rubell had created. However, his life wasn't just about parties and opulence. In 1985, Steve Rubell was diagnosed with HIV, and his health quickly progressed to AIDS. In 1986, he passed away from severe complications such as hepatitis and septic shock at just 45 years old. Although he passed away too soon, Rubell's legacy continues to live on in the memories of those who loved the disco era and the vibrant atmosphere of Studio 54. He was the one who ignited the flame of a colorful and creative time, and his passing remains a deep sorrow for someone who created unforgettable moments in the world of entertainment. Joel Crothers was a familiar face to daytime TV audiences, captivating viewers for over 2 decades with his strong presence and natural charm. He stepped into the spotlight at a young age, making his Broadway debut at just 14, but it was in the world of soap operas that he truly found his place. In real life, Crothers lived a life with 2 sides. Although he was openly gay among close friends, he never publicly discussed his sexual orientation, a common practice for actors of that time. In a surprising turn, he got engaged to actress Valerie Gray, his romantic co-star on Somerset. Whether this engagement was truly serious or simply a way to dispel lingering suspicions remains a mystery. Sadly, Crothers' life was cut short in 1985 when he passed away from lymphoma related to AIDS at the age of 44. Although he left us too soon, his legacy lives on through the characters he portrayed, proving that his talent, like the best storylines in soap operas, will never be forgotten. Ondrej Nepela was not only a legendary figure skater, but also a symbol of perseverance and artistry on ice. Born in Bratislava in 1951, he quickly became a powerful force in international figure skating, earning numerous titles, including 3 Olympic gold medals and 3 world championships. His performances were characterized by grace and technical precision, securing his place among the sport's greatest athletes. Sadly, in 1988, Nepela's career was interrupted when he was diagnosed with lymphoma. Despite fighting the illness, he passed away in 1989 at the age of 38, leaving the entire figure skating world in shock. Throughout his life, Nepela's personal struggles were largely kept private, although there were rumors suggesting he had relationships with other male figure skaters, reflecting the pressures of fame and the complexities of his private life. Despite facing many challenges, Nepela's legacy endures, and his contributions to figure skating are still celebrated today. His passion, perseverance, and exceptional talent on the ice helped establish him as one of the greatest legends in the history of the sport. His spirit lives on in the hearts of his fans and in the figure skaters who continue to look up to him as a model of excellence and inspiration. Steven Stucker's life was marked by courage, openness, and a commitment to raising awareness about HIV/AIDS. In 1984, he received the life-changing news that he was diagnosed with HIV, becoming one of the first celebrities to publicly share his battle with the disease. Through a candid interview, Stucker opened up about his diagnosis and revealed a past of needle use, which he believed may have contributed to his infection. His bravery in speaking out about such a personal and stigmatized issue helped change public perception and played a crucial role in raising awareness about HIV/AIDS during a critical time in the epidemic. Despite facing numerous challenges, Steven Stucker remained persistent and never gave up in his fight against HIV. His courage and determination in openly sharing information about the disease helped change public perception of HIV/AIDS. Sadly, Steven passed away in 1986 at the age of 38 due to complications related to HIV. Although his life was short, his legacy endures. He was not only a pioneer in raising awareness about AIDS, but also a model of mental strength and compassion. Steven Stucker's sacrifice and contributions paved the way for others, encouraging them to face the disease with strength and hope. Timothy Patrick Murphy was an American actor, best known for his roles on television and in films during the 1980s and 1990s. Born on November 3, 1959 in St. Louis, Missouri, Murphy quickly gained recognition for his striking good looks and captivating performances. His breakout role came in the TV series The White Shadow, 1978 to 1981, where he played a key character, and he went on to appear in several other popular shows and films. His versatility as an actor allowed him to seamlessly transition between comedic and dramatic roles, establishing himself as a versatile and beloved figure on screen. However, Murphy's life was cut short when he passed away from AIDS-related complications on December 8, 1988, at the age of 29. His death occurred during a time when the AIDS epidemic was devastating the entertainment industry, and many artists like him were silently battling the disease. Murphy's passing was a significant loss to Hollywood, and his untimely death left a void in the hearts of his fans and colleagues. Timothy Patrick Murphy's legacy is remembered not only for his acting talent, but also for his courage in facing a disease that, at the time, carried significant stigma. Though his career was brief, his contributions to the entertainment industry and his lasting influence are still remembered to this day. Thank you for watching today's video. The stories of Hollywood stars lost to HIV/AIDS are not only lessons in dedication, talent, and resilience, but also remind us of the importance of breaking down prejudices and stigmas against the LGBTQ+ community and those living with HIV. The legacies they left behind, though sorrowful, are filled with strength and continue to inspire and change the way we view illness, love, and acceptance. I hope these stories help you understand more about the history, struggles, and strength of those who overcame challenges to live authentically. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you find this message meaningful. See you in the next videos.